create a form. Now I'm going to do this really fast because of the time limitation. Just see how it is done. Create a form on the hotel table. The form must match the house style, include the logo, right? Okay. So you go to create, and then you select form wizard, right? And then you select the hotel table, take all the fields, next, right? We'll do a few more exercises, then you will understand if you can't remember this. For the moment, just watch. Keep it as columnar, next, and let's give a small title here, hotel, a sensible title, hotel details form or something. Right, so that's the form, and finish it. That's the form, but it is not complete. It is not complete because we need to set the heading, the header area, and we need to have buttons if it is a form. So now I'm going to show you how to add buttons to this. You go to design view, right, and then increase the form area. This area is the form area. So you take the mouse pointer over here, right here, right? You can go through my tutorial videos also, especially the 2017 database question. Just take the mouse pointer over there and drag it downwards like that. So now we have enough space to put the buttons. I will drag it horizontally as well. Now here in form design controls, this one is the command button. Just click there. Let's get some basic buttons. Record navigation, previous record, finish. Take another one. Record navigation, next record, finish. Then record operations, add new record, and I'm going for the text here. Text. I want to have a text there. Next, finish. Then I'm going to have record operations, save record. Next, I'm going for text instead of picture. Finish. Record operations, delete record. Next, text, finish. Those buttons are enough, right? So you have the record controls plus these three buttons, because these are the three main functions that we need to execute. Now to resize these buttons, I draw a selection like this. Just draw a selection like that, and then go to arrange and select tabular. There you go, tabular, right? Next, we need to match the house style. So if you remember the company name, right? Company name should be a sans serif font, right? So this is hotel details form. I'm read there. Then I go to form design, take a label, right? What is the company name? Can you remember the company name? Ski holiday accommodation, right? No, is it? Go all the way to the top.
The ski run.
Ski run, all right, okay. Ski run, the ski run. It should be serif font, no? Serif font. So ski run. Limited or something. Right, and it will be serif font. So you highlight, go there, and change the font to something like Times New Roman. That will be the best option, right? Serif fonts are the fonts with pointing edges. Increase the font size. Center line it. Right, and then make it black. Okay, this is also black. Take it down, and then the image I sent you, right? This one. So this one can be added like this. There's an option called logo. In form design, there's an option called logo. This one, right? Just click that and select the file. This comes there. You can increase the size. Binul, where should the logo be? On the left or right?
On On the top right, sir.
On the top right. Okay, so I'm going to bring it here. Fine. That's it. That's the form. Be customized so that the width of the hotel ID field is 2 cm, right? Okay. There are some sizes to be given. So hotel ID, this one you select it, and to give 2 centimeters, just right click and go to properties, and under all there's an option called width. You can see it's on it's in centimeters now. 2 centimeters, 2 cm, right? Even if it is in inches, let's say it's in inches, no worries, just type 2 cm. Automatically it will be converted into cm, right? Okay, then name field is 6 centimeters. Okay, so select the name, and this should be 6 centimeters, 6 cm. All right. Yeah, that's the form. Okay, close it, save changes. Right, I'll do the the output part later on. Be closer to the exam. Right, but not now. Double click. Yeah, you have the exam on 10th, right? Is it
Yes, sir.
Is it the ICT exam or what?
No, sir.
No, right. But we'll be able to do some revision before the ICT exam. Shall we have a class before the ICT exam? When is the ICT?
The 21st.
21st. Ah, right. We have time. Another hotel must be added to the list of hotels offered. Use the hotel form created to add these details, right? So that's pretty easy. Just open the form. Now you can use this button. They actually work. Add record, right? Hotel ID. Now in the actual exam, of course, you can't copy and paste like this. You have to type, right? Because the paper is printed. But here, of course, to save time, I'm going to copy and paste. Right. Like that. Right. Okay, you can see some of them are drop downs automatically. That's because already in the table it's a drop down. Ski pass is there, and the price range is medium. Drop down medium, and then click on save record, right? And if you go back and forward, you can see the record is there, right? So that's done. Then Sam wants a list of hotels that are in something booked for 14 nights and included ski pass, right? So in the exam, it's better you highlight these or underline these points, then you will not miss anything, and then you can cross-check after getting the result. Create a query on the hotel and booking tables to produce a list. Okay. When you're creating a query, you go to create query design, right? And then you add the two tables, hotel and booking. You can see that they are already linked. So that's pretty easy. They're linked. What are the fields? Look at the fields that they want you to display. Show only these fields in this order. Hotel ID. You can take it from here or here even, doesn't matter. Price range, hotel name, and yeah, sorted in descending order. Hotel ID, descending order, right? All right. Yeah. Now the criteria fields are in Google or whatever, right? Where is that? That should be okay. If you're not really sure where that value comes from, just open the two tables and see. Not in booking, so it must be hotel. In hotel also it must be, yeah, resort. So I'm going to copy this value without typing because it's a weird name and I might do typing errors. So that's the hotel name. Under criteria, I'm going to paste it. And are booked for 14 nights. That is that should be the duration, right? Duration of stay. Take that also because it's a criteria field, and type 14 here, right? Include a ski pass. That is this one. Include a ski pass. So if you want to include, you have to say yes, right? And then you go and view it. Oh no, why is that? That's strange. Oh, maybe it's not the duration. Is it bookings? Yeah, that's duration, right? Okay, now if you come across a problem like this, what we can do is this: just remove the criteria and search one by one. I can see this is not coming, right? Oh, I put the wrong criteria. It should be the resort, right? Hotel. That's the resort. I put it to hotel name. That's what happened, right? So I need to get the resort as well, and then put that name. What is that name? This one. Put it there as a criteria. Ski pass should be yes, and the duration should be 14. So I was putting the criteria to the wrong field. That was the reason, right? Okay, there are two records, and now they don't want you to show the criteria fields. They just want only these. So after checking the results, I'm going to go back to design view and deselect these options, criteria fields, and then only I can take the screenshot or whatever, right? Okay, descending order, yes, that's correct. And these queries can be saved. Let's save it as, and then they have given a name, right? Yeah, like this. So let's keep that as the name. Just try to close it. Save changes, yes, and save. Okay. Right. The next one. Sam was a list of guests who were born in 1990. The list must include so and so. Show only the fields. Okay. Go to create query design. What are the tables we have to use? Create a query on the guest table. So just get the guest table, right? And make sure that you have only the relevant tables, right? Have only the relevant tables. Don't have any unnecessary tables. Otherwise, your results will be, multiplied, right? Now, if you go to database tools and relationships, you can see that this is a many-to-many relationship, right? These two tables are linked through the booking table. So let's say you are taking fields from guest table and you are taking values from hotel table as well. Then you definitely need this table also. You can't have only these two, because these two tables are linked through this middle table. Understand? Understood? Hello?
Understood, sir.
Loshan? Loshan, did you understand? Yeah. Even if you didn't understand completely, don't worry, right? That's all right. When you do more and more exercise, only you will, completely understand. So what I said was, if you have a table, relationship like this, where these two tables are linked through this table, and if you have values to be taken from guest table and hotel table, to both these tables, you need to have this table also. Remember that, because these two tables are linked through this third table. Okay, now for this one, of course, we don't need like that, because we need only guest table. What are the fields? Email, first name, date of birth. Email, first name, and date of birth, in that order. Then be sorted in ascending order of date of birth. Date of birth, ascending order. Okay. Guests born in 1990. Now, this is a tricky one. How do you check whether they are born in 1990? Just open the table first, because we don't know whether they have just given the year. You can see it's the date of birth. It's not the year they have given, right? So how do you find out whether they are born in 1990? Pretty simple. We use the keyword between. Remember to put the criteria to the correct field. right? So between, use the keyword between. You can easily give the first date of 1990 and the last date of 1990, right? So 1/1/1990. Just check how they have stored the date, right? You can see first is the date and second is the month. So it's pretty easy. So 1/1/1990 and 31st/12/1990. Right? Don't type hashtags, it'll appear automatically. Right, so that's the date range. Born in 1990. Right, that's all, no? Right, so just go and view, or you can go to query design and run. These are the people who were born in 1990. Let's save the query, try to close it. Save the query as 1990 query. Yes. Okay, save. Right. Then they want you to create a report. Sam wants to produce a report based on the results of the 1990 query. Create the database report, display the results. Right? Okay. Create a report, you go for wizard, report wizard. So remember, table design, query design, form wizard, report wizard. Those are the options, right? So this should be based on 1990 query, take all the fields, next. Any grouping levels, no need. You group if you have same values, repeating values. You don't need to group here. Any sorting, well, they wanted this to be sorted in date of birth earlier. We have done it in the query, but I think it's safe to do it here as well, ascending order, right? Okay. Then, yeah, show only the required fields. We have got only the required fields. Next, keep it as tabular. And next, this is very important. The title is very important. These are the guests born in 1990, right? Guests. Many students fail to put a proper title. Guests born in the year 1990. Right, there you go. Close print preview. Go to report view. This is how the report would look like. What are the changes we had to do? Have a suitable title, we have got that, that's fine. Include a logo and the house style, we didn't do that. Show only the required fields, that's fine. Record sorted. Record is sorted in ascending order, right? Of date of birth. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct, right? Okay. So the next thing to do is add the house style. So let's change this to design view and increase the header area, right? And bring this down here. Okay, let's get the title, the name of the company. I'm going to copy this and I'm taking it from the form, right? Copy it and paste it here. Right, so use shortcut methods. And this black. And let's add the logo, same as before. Okay, let me try copying it from here. Copy and paste, yeah, that's easy. All right, so the house style is done, suitable title is fine, only required, everything is okay. And weave it, fine, right? All right, finally, before you print this, you need to add your details into the footer area, right? Page footer or the report footer area. So drag this area, that is the page footer. If you drag the bottom, it's the report footer. I think it's easy. It's better to put it into the page footer. Take a label and you type your details, right? Since it is your mock paper, you will type your name and class, right? That's very important even in the final exam, because you'll be printing the report, not taking screenshots. Okay, then your details should be printed right there. Okay, see, print the report. Finally, the writing part. There's a relationship here shown, and you can see the relationship is created between the hotel ID and the hotel ID. They are going to create, and they're enforcing referential integrity. Right. In school, when you were doing this, did you enforce referential integrity? Did you learn linking the tables? Yeah. Did you enforce referential integrity?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Identify the type of relationship that will be needed between the hotel table and the booking. Hotel and the booking. Right. Now, even if you go and check the database tool relationships, you can see between the hotel and the bookings, there's one too many. Right. That's obvious because this side is one because it's the primary key. This side is many because it's the foreign key. So primary key to foreign key. Right. So the relationship is they're talking about hotel and booking. Let me write it here. So let's say hotel to booking. It's one too many. Hotel to booking, it's one too many, right? Explain one reason why referential integrity should be enforced for relationships in a database. Well, this referential integrity does something very important, right? When you're inserting a value to the foreign key, right? When you're inserting a value to the foreign key here, it will always check whether that value is registered or entered in the main table or the reference table. For example, I can't place a booking for a hotel if that hotel is not there, right? So that is checked using enforce referential integrity. Understand? We'll talk about that later on in detail. One reason why it should be enforced here. It always checks whether a value entered into the foreign key is already there in the primary key of the referenced table. Understand? Right. If you want, you can give an example also, right? Or IE means that means, right? That means you're trying to explain it more. That means you can take this example, right? To enter a hotel ID for a booking, that hotel should be added to the hotel table first, right? That's how you can give an example and strengthen your answer, right? Always give examples. State the name of the table that would have its data entered last. Okay, that's a good one. State the name of the table that would have its data entered last. Right now, if you have a relationship like this, right? When we enter data, we enter them after linking the tables. Now let me remove these links and show you how this linking is done. First of all, you have to close all these other tabs. Remember, when you're working in Access, keep all the other tabs closed. Work only in one tab, right? Right, let me close this. Right, so when you're linking, you link between the primary key and the foreign key. Drag this and put it to guest ID, enforce, create. Hotel ID to hotel ID, enforce, create. So linked. Okay, now what? State the name of the table that would have its data entered last. So normally we create the table, we link them, and then only we enter data. So when you're entering data, you have to enter data to the reference table first. Reference tables. That means this table and this table. Because I can't simply add records to this table because there are references to these two main tables, right? Which means I can't add a guest ID if guest ID is not there. If I haven't entered the guest IDs there, I can't add a hotel ID if the hotels are not added there. So first you can enter data to either guest or hotel, and lastly you have to enter data to the bookings table, right? That's very important. It's the bookings. Explain one reason why like asterisk host asterisk would be used in a database search. Now, if you remember, this type of search is called wildcard search, because asterisk is a wildcard that is used to search for text patterns, right? Explain one reason why like asterisk house would be used in database search. Well, the reason is when we don't know the full word, right? We can search for a pattern, right? We are looking for any word that has HAUS in that text, right? So let's first we'll say this is a wildcard search which you use when the whole data, when the text or text of the whole data item is not known. This asterisk searches or asterisk represents any number of characters. There's another wildcard character called another wildcard character question mark that represents only a single character. But asterisk means any number of characters. That means from the left side there can be any number of characters, from the right side there can be any number of characters, but somewhere in the text HAUS should be there, represents any number of characters. So this searches for patterns of text that has HAUS in them, right?